Hi, so today what we're going to do is talk about skim reading and scanning. Now these are essentially tools that are going to save you a lot of time. And actually it's an essential tool for lawyers. Excuse me. And it's one that you are definitely going to need because you're going to have a lot of reading to do. In any given week for any given course, you may have 7 or 8 cases that you need to read and a couple of articles. That's a lot of words, not including your textbooks, of course. So what you want to do is to develop strategies that are going to help you to get through this information a lot more quickly. Now, quite often what students do is they read through the set reading word for word, and this is exceptionally time consuming, and nobody actually does it like that. So what I want you to do is to practice these techniques. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it. Okay, and what I'll do is kind of give you an overview now on how to skim read and how to scan. Now what skim reading does is it gives you the general gist of a piece. Okay, it's going to help you to, as I said, work through large quantities of material in a short space of time. Now, before you start reading, you need to think about what that actual piece is about. You know, what is that article or that case about? This will then give you an idea of any kind of keywords or phrases or issues that you're going to look for. And your lectures will already have given you an overview of the topic area so that you have a sense of what it is that you need to keep an eye out for. Now what you want to do is to cast your eyes really quickly over the prose, keeping an eye out for any headings, words in bold or italics, keywords or phrases that are going to help you to get the sense of this piece. And the idea here is that you don't need to read everything word for word. As you're skimming your eyes over, you're picking out those sections that are particularly relevant. So as an example, if you're reading a chapter, what you want to do is to read the chapter overview to get an understanding of the different sections. You then want to have a look at the headings to identify any keywords that you might want to look out for. You then want to read the introduction and the first sentence of each paragraph. And this is going to help you to decide whether or not that paragraph is worth reading in more depth. Finally, you want to read any sentences that have got those keywords that you identified. They might be bold, they might be italicized, or they're simply words that you noted down as being important. Okay. Now again, the idea here isn't that you skim through everything. The idea is that you skim in order to identify those parts of the text that you think you might want to read in more depth. While skim reading gives you an overview of what the piece is about, scanning actually gives you the means to locate specific information. And this is a particularly useful skill in answering seminar questions, for example. Now, I just want to point out here that as you're doing these things, you're not thinking, right, now I'm going to skim, now I'm going to scan. You'll just sort of get to the stage where you do it by rote, I guess. It becomes second nature. So if you're answering questions, you want to carefully read through the question and note down any keywords, facts, or issues that you need to look out for. You then want to skim through the piece, okay, to identify the general gist of the article or chapter or judgment, and also to note down any additional keywords that you want to keep an eye out for. And then finally what you want to do is to let your eyes just kind of float over the text until you find the word or words that you're looking for. And you can then read that sentence and or paragraph in full. And hopefully it should be able to give you the information that you need in order to answer the question.